Good morning. Did you sleep well? This is it. Let's go, Precious. We're off to the sky. Welcome back to Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, and without any further ado, we are off to the sky. Sky Tower is now open for exploration. Let's go. Let's just do it. First things first, I want to edit the team because in the last part, when I was making preparations, I prepared a certain Clefairy. Celeste is going to be coming along with us, and I taught her Cosmic Power and Stored Power in place of Disarming Voice and Hyper Voice. I also changed her rare quality. She now has Lonely Courage, which means that when she has no nearby teammates, she gets very strong. And that applies to everyone, actually. So if we ever end up in a situation where we're split up, or if other Pokemon in the party faint, we'll have a little bit more power, I guess, in a really bad situation. I'm excited to use Celeste, because she looks really strong and has a lot of good moves. I also want to switch out the Defense Scarf for perhaps a better item. Looks like we don't have one in the inventory. Maybe I can get one out of storage. There we go, I've given her a special band instead. And now we're ready to go to the Sky Tower. Ah, good of you to come. What's going on? What is Xatu doing? It is almost ready. The Teleport Gem. Teleport Gem? It is made. This is the Teleport Gem. This will deliver you to the world of the sky. Now, Precious, accept. Precious's team received the Teleport Gem. That was made using the power of Psychics. By me, Alakazam, and... oh? A Ghost-type Pokemon. We received help from it. Gone away, it seems. Who could it be? It must be bashful. Let it be. Now, I must ask you this one last time. This journey will be fraught with considerable danger. Will you still go? Of course! We have to persuade Rayquaza to destroy that falling star. If that'll bring peace, I'm willing to give up my life. That's my wish. Yeah. And when that wish comes true, Gardevoir said, I can return to my human world. This will be my last adventure with Ashley. Precious, let's go! Let's get this done! We're counting on you, Ashley, Precious. Who said chickens can't fly? Ow! Where are we? What? Precious, this is cool! We're on clouds! Oh, wow! Precious, look up there! It's a huge tower of clouds! It's at the top of this tower. That's where Rayquaza is. Precious, let's do our best in the climb. Welcome to Sky Tower. And for the first time in this series, I'm just gonna let this music play for a little while. Oh, well, this was a strong start. Okay, that Shuppet does a lot of damage. And we don't do as much damage to it than I thought we would. We're gonna have to be careful here. I am actually really happy that I don't... Oh, hell, I should have seen this coming. A monster house is a dangerous room in which a bunch of enemies will appear. There are a bunch of traps too, so watch your step. Going back out into the corridor is one way of dealing with them. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's have them all line up here. We do have Celeste. She could AoE them. But I don't want to take too much damage. We've already been knocked out once here. Right. Ashley... I think it's going to be best if you actually frontline here. Oh. Fortress will explode the next time it takes damage. So if we move back a step... Knockoff does so much damage, but I think it's because we're holding items. It does increase damage. Right then. So if I Flame Burst now, then the splash damage will hit Fortress and it will explode, but it won't hit us. Also, we got 2 in a row. That's really nice. And the Blaze Boost means we should knock out Shuppet. Let's heal up Ashley. Spite. Lost all of Flame Burst PP because of that. Not great. Okay. Celeste, I feel like you should be over here, not over there dealing with Lunatone. I think Precious can deal with Lunatone. We'll bring Celeste in to deal with the majority of Pokemon. Oh my goodness, a critical hit. Right. Need to heal up Ashley again. This is tough. Already, this is very, very difficult. To be expected from the final dungeon of the main story, I guess. Oh my goodness. Ashley, hang in there. We won't heal you this time because Celeste's gonna frontline. Oh man, not a time for a miss, but Dazzling Gleam, good stuff. Right then, back to Celeste. Might be a good idea to use Cosmic Power here. Buff up defense and special defense. Energy Ball, 2 in a row, means Lunatone should go down? No, it survived. Ah, Celeste took way too much damage there. Right, we are getting smacked. Oh, man. Okay. We don't have any Dazzling Gleams left. We don't have Flame Burst either. Okay. We're going to use Ashley's turn to restore Dazzling Gleam for Celeste. And we are going to heal up Precious with this Oran Berry. Ashley is safe, I think. So we'll hold on for a moment. Okay, Lunatone is down. Precious is healed. Power Gem. Ah, Celeste got knocked out. Alright, get back up. We're burning through all of our items already. It was really not a good idea to I cannot keep reviving Celeste. We're almost out of Reviver Seeds already. Alright, Dazzling Gleam, get in there. Oh, that's all we needed. We just needed one Dazzling Gleam to deal with them. Okay. Another Dazzling Gleam. Critical hit. Nice, we took it out. I think we have to take this Oran Berry here. Confusion, how... Confused. I was wondering how well Celeste would be able to take that. Not very well. Ow, please don't hit me, Celeste. Right. I honestly feel like it's best if I just use an escape orb and reset after this. This has not been a good start to the dungeon. What can we get here? A Totter Orb, some money, a Revive All Orb, that's nice to have. Traps everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It seems like a bit of a cop-out. but I think it's best if we just reset, since we are now completely out of Reviver Seeds already. Okay. Precious escaped from Sky Tower. Saving the world, well, that's just gonna have to wait until the next morning. Good morning. Even now, that falling star is getting closer and closer. The Sky Tower is incredibly harsh too. But I'm not giving up. Let's keep doing our best, Precious. Okay, here we are in the sky again. Let's head for the top. This is it. This is it. I've only got one escape orb left. We kind of have to do it on this attempt or the next one, or we're going to have to stop off and buy more items. Alright, there's a Masquerain here. Not a great matchup for me, but Sludge should at least do some damage. I actually didn't re-equip the items that we were all holding. Man, Celeste takes a lot of damage. I didn't re-equip the items that we were holding because the Shuppet's knockoff was doing a massive amount of damage to us, and I didn't want to have to deal with that immediately, but I think we're safe to equip them now, so I'm going to give the Special Band back to Celeste, and the Efficient Bandanas back to myself and Ashley. Yeah, that was a bit of a rude awakening, that first attempt, but I think we'll be alright this time. I had a one-shot orb in my inventory that I didn't notice I had until just now. So that would be a good way of dealing with the next monster house we run into. If we run into another one. Hopefully not. And also hopefully we can make it past the first floor this time. There's a Masquerain in the room behind us. That's fine. Here's a Lunatone. Not really a great matchup for Ashley. But I think we might get it with low kick here. It's a pretty heavy Pokemon. Yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. I'm enjoying leading the way with Ashley for some reason, but now that I have Energy Ball on Precious, I have the same kind of range that I had with Flame Burst, so I think we'll go back to leading the way with Precious for the most part. But if I see a good type matchup like this Fortress, I'll try and use Ashley to my advantage. Flame Burst, decent damage. Energy Ball did enough. It doesn't do a lot, but it did enough. A Slumber Orb. Then there's a Masquerain up here. Something else we're effective against if we don't miss. Man, the moves that are resisted just don't do damage, huh? Ominous Wind. Right, I think that's a room-wide attack, but because the Masquerain is in the corridor, it didn't hit us all, which is really nice. Flame Burst upgraded. That's a nice added injection of power that we need. There's that Shuppet. Can you guys deal with that before it knocks you off? Phrasing. Okay, we've made it to the third floor. This is an exponential amount of progress this time. That was not the position that I wanted to move into, but it's fine. Excellent. Energy Ball upgraded as well. I think I mentioned briefly in the last part that it doesn't take long for moves to get to their first level up, or their first rank up, which is really nice because both Flame Burst and Energy Ball were pretty much side grades in terms of power compared to the moves we replaced, and the fact that they're already upgraded means they're already more valuable than the moves we replaced. Oh, I should not have walked into that. That does so much damage. I don't know if I'm under-leveled. Am I under-leveled? I'm not going to mess around with you. I'm not going to take any risks here. We have these, we should use them. Yeet! Now, Celeste, you can lead that way. Precious, can you deal with that Shuppet? Shadow Sneak does so much damage. Are we in Overgrowth range? I think we might be. We're not. We got a crit, and 2 in a row, which means we did knock it out. That was a bit of a risky maneuver on my part, but we did it. Do we have any moves that attack over distance with Celeste? I'm not sure. I think Shockwave is just one tile. Let's check. Oh, again, it's very strange that these move setting menus are separate from the status page. Right then. Nearby Pokemon, in front, nearby Pokemon. Yeah, so we don't have any way to attack over distance with Celeste, but it's important to note. That's the wrong menu. But we do have Geopebbles, which I should register. Throw that rock at you, and then let's... I don't really want to waste Dazzling Gleam. Can we get you with a Shockwave? Yeah, we can. Also, I need to remember that I should just use... Cosmic Power right at the start of a floor. There's no reason not to. And the reason I opted into getting Stored Power as another move for Celeste is because it increases with power when we're boosted up. And there's some pretty good synergy there between Cosmic Power and Stored Power in that regard. So I'm going to do that. Try and make the most of it while I can. Precious, really don't want you to be tanking the Lunatone here. Let's swap and have Celeste take the hit, since she's got some nice boosted stats. Didn't need to in the end, but I think we'll lead the way with Celeste for a little while longer. What's over there? A Masquerain. Okay. Can keep throwing stuff at you and deal with you before you get close. That's why we bring these Geopebbles after all. Yeah, there's Ominous Wind being the room wide this time. Not a problem. Keep throwing rocks at it. We got a tiny Reviver Seed. Oh, good. We are kind of running low on Reviver Seeds, especially after that last excursion. An all Dodge Orb. You know what? We'll just use it right now. Why not? We're probably going to have to fight our way out of this floor at some point. Ashley, you need to get your eye in. Missing 2 of those shots. Celeste seems to be a little bit more accurate. Man, these Masquerain have so much HP, though. Ah, the music. Having that little classic Mystery Dungeon leitmotif in there. Reminds me of the Dialga battle music from Explorers of Sky, which is superb. Honestly, that's one of my favorite things about not just the soundtrack to the Mystery Dungeon games, but about soundtracks in video games in general, is when they have a solid leitmotif. My favorite video game soundtrack is also the soundtrack to my favorite game of all time, which is Undertale. And almost every single track in that soundtrack has some form of musical theme, often different ones for different characters or different narrative points. And sometimes you don't notice it until you really pay close attention. I feel like I can listen to the Undertale soundtrack and experience the game all over again without needing to play it. And it's similar with the Mystery Dungeon soundtracks. I think we can just get out of here without fighting you. So let's do exactly that. Hey, you've got that too. Cool. We're gonna leave now though, bye. I seem to remember Lunatone being a bit of a problem for me in Explorers of Sky when we went to Temporal Tower. Which is fitting, given that this is the parallel to Temporal Tower. Another Max Ether. Might as well just drink that. Let's restore Shockwave. I was a little worried about bringing Celeste to this dungeon because I thought she might make it too easy, but similar to Togetic, she seems to have really clear strengths and weaknesses. In that she has some really strong moves, and she's quite versatile, but she's relatively frail overall. Let's just Cosmic Power this turn, if you're about to approach. Oh, 2 in a row, nice. Double boosts. I didn't think that could happen with status moves. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. But I think this is the first buff move that we've really got. So that would probably explain it. I mean, we have growth. We had growth. Zap Cannon, stop that. Alright, that's you dealt with. Oh, okay. 2 enemies appearing out of nowhere. No thank you, we are leaving. Okay, we got rid of Shuppet, and now we can go. Oh, a lot of enemies on this floor. Let's just go the opposite way to where they all are. It's raining. It's rainy and humid, the power of water-type moves goes up and fire-type moves goes down. The floor is also defused, which means that Pokemon can't explode. Like Fortress, for example. Duskull. And then there's a Shuppet behind us. That's Cosmic Power up here. And let's give Stored Power a go, since we have the boost. It's a decent amount of damage, and 2 in a row is certainly nice to have as well. Have you got that, Precious? I think you've got that. I think we'll run with the rain for a while. Can't look around in corridors. I'm just spoiled, I think, by that feature. Are you? You're in Flame Burst. Oh, we don't have Flame Burst PP. Let's restore that. Actually, can I do it like this? Since Precious is not very useful, let's use the Max Ether with Precious on Ashley with Flame Burst, and then hopefully Ashley will use Flame Burst on... Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Again, I really like the micromanagement of your different party members. Something I enjoy in games in general. Celeste. Let's head for the stairs. So Lunatone's going to have the choice of either chasing me or closing the gap on Ashley, and I think we should be okay. Yeah, we can just leave. Good. And now it's sunny. Looks like there's a Masquerain in this room. I think Ashley can deal with that. Just keep throwing rocks at it. It's fine. What's up there? Another Duskull. Let's Cosmic Power up. Flame Burst is going to get a boost in the sun. That's always nice to see. It's a shame that Precious is a grass type that can't really benefit from the sun at the moment. We don't have... Oh, don't start this. This is very reminiscent of Temporal Tower now. Yeah, it's a shame that as a grass type, Precious doesn't really have any way to benefit from the sun at the moment. We could teach Solar Beam. Maybe we could teach Ashley Sunny Day and then have Solar Beam on Precious. That would be a really cool combo. I'm looking forward to getting into the post-game and getting to really expand on the team in terms of the moves and strategies that we can bring to dungeons. I feel like that's what the post-game is really for in Mystery Dungeon games, as opposed to the main story where you don't really get to see as much of the game mechanics, but you do get to progress the story and enjoy that. And personally, I love Mystery Dungeon gameplay, as well as the story, so I'm excited to get to see as much as there is to see. Alright, we are mowing through these guys right now. Ashley is super powerful in the sun. Let's take that. Let's keep moving on. Oh, now it's raining. Unfortunate. We do have a Weatherlock Orb, I believe, so if the weather really does become a problem, we can just get rid of it. A Seal Trap. Shockwave with Seal. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not our most useful move. It's kind of useful against all the Masquerain we've been seeing, but it's fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. Money. Stairs. Let's move. Right then. Something I would like to do is eat this big apple, as we are pretty down on hunger. What's over there? It's a sleeping Lunatone. Let's leave sleeping Lunatones to lie. Masquerain. Shockwave should be unsealed now that we're on the next floor, so that's fine. Let's buff up with Cosmic Power. He'll take an Energy Ball for minimal damage, but Flame Burst should do more. Nice, and we didn't even have to use Shockwave. Oh, good. Found the stairs quickly. I have a feeling we're going to be in this dungeon for a while. This might end up being a really long video. I do want to stick to my promise of not cutting out any... Uh-oh. It's a lot of enemies. Oh, double Energy Ball. Might just get rid of that thing straight away, though. Nice. I do want to stick to what I said about story dungeons and keeping them in their entirety, so I'll try and be entertaining for the entirety of this dungeon. That's usually what I'm most concerned about. Oh, Brawl Boost with the... no, that's fine. Brawl Boost with the boosted stored power is pretty good. 2 in a row as well. Double Sludge. Seed Bomb. Didn't even need the Seed Bomb. Cool. Oh, Wheezing. This is not a good matchup for you, Celeste. Why don't you go and take this shiny item up here? Wheezing's gonna follow me. Okay, then. Let's do this instead. Yeah. Throw rocks at it. We got a Revival Orb. That was definitely worthwhile. This is a bit of a tricky dungeon to see those in. So if I miss any, I'm sorry. I don't really have the best eye for those things, since I'm usually paying so much attention to everything else, like not getting completely blasted. Let's put you to sleep, since we don't really have a very good matchup against you. Well, I say that. My goodness, Celeste, that's a lot of damage. And Precious levels up to 32. Right then. Anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted again, I do struggle to be entertaining for long periods of time at once, which is why I tend to cut out the regular dungeons and only keep the story dungeons in. But I'll do my best. Double Sleep Powder. Not very useful. Is Sleep Powder an AoE? Because I think Stun Spore is, but I don't think we've ever seen that actually occur. Sleep Powder. Yeah, it works on nearby Pokemon. So if we're in a rough situation when we're surrounded, I can use Sleep Powder on multiple enemy Pokemon, which is something I've not had the chance to do yet, but I'll definitely pay attention to it. Energy Ball ranked up. Right, Wheezing. So let's have Celeste lead the way here. Yeah, throw rocks at it, Ashley. Yeah, throw rocks at it, Precious. And Flame Burst. 2 in a row. Didn't even need Celeste, but might as well Cosmic Power anyway. So it looks like we're going to have to fight our way through this floor as well. Oh, never mind. Stairs. Let's move on. That's the wrong button. Cosmic Power. Oh, you're approaching me? Stored Power doesn't do too terribly much damage, but it's nice to have the type coverage. That's another reason why I picked it up, because it's a Psychic type move, and it covers some types that we really haven't had the opportunity to cover yet. Let's go with another Cosmic Power here, just because we have the opportunity before Lunatone approaches. I think we might need a... I was going to say PP break, but that would be a really, really poor choice of phrasing. Well, I'd said it anyway in the end, didn't I? Let's use some Max Ethers. Energy Ball. It's a little short on PP, but it should get more as it ranks up. And Flame Burst. What have we got ahead? Oh, it's a Wheezing. This is fine. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, using Celeste against poison types, since she's a fairy type and weak to poison, but Stored Power does the work. Right then, another Wheezing here. Don't want to approach you, so we'll meet in the middle instead, and that'll give us the opportunity to Stored Power you, with the special defense drop coming in from Energy Ball, certainly helps out as well. Little intricacies of our party like that. It's nice. My experience with this game and its slightly different system for acquiring Pokemon and using them in dungeons certainly has been different as a result from Explorers of Sky. Oh, Hail. Really don't like Hail. Would it be worth using a Weatherlock Orb, which we don't have? I lied, never mind. Well, I guess we're gonna have to suffer through this. Roll Call Orb. Whoa, that was a mistake. Okay, right. Again, let's use what we've got. We're not gonna regen in this Hail, are we? I think I'm gonna have to heal Celeste. That's fine. We are doing much better on items this time around. Definitely playing a little bit more sensibly compared to our first run through here, if you can call it that. Oh good, the stairs. Immediately. That is really convenient for us, since Hail is a pain. Rain, I can deal with Rain. Rain is not a problem. It's a little inconvenient for Ashley, but it doesn't do damage to us over time. That's an Altaria. That's something that Celeste can deal with. This is why we brought her, dealing with dragons. Let's boost up with Cosmic Power. Oh, 2 in a row. That's so nice to get, because that just means more damage for Stored Power, I think. In the description for Stored Power, it said, when you're boosted, you do more damage. A Ledian! In loving memory of Columba. Yeah, so in the description for Stored Power, it states that if you are boosted, you do more damage. In the main game, it increases in power every time you increase your stats, so it can get ridiculously strong. I can't remember exactly where, but I know I've used Stored Power on a Pokemon before, along with Nasty Plot, and it's a really good combo. It requires a little bit of setup, but that's how I like to play the game in the main series. I'm not sure if it works like that in this game, though. It doesn't state that it does. Psywave did 2 damage. That variable power. Nice. A Reviver Seed from the Sparkling Floor, which is easier to spot in the rain. Oh, Foceel Orb. That's good stuff. So I'm actually going to have to do a little bit of experimentation here with Cosmic Power and Stored Power, just to see if boosting my stats multiple times increases the amount of damage that Stored Power does. So let's find out if this Altaria survives. Which it should, it's pretty tanky. Well, it didn't survive the Flame Burst. Altaria resists so many of our moves, though, so that's a little bit of a problem. Definitely gonna have to put Celeste to work here. Okay, let's see how much damage Stored Power does. 67 with 1 boost. Oh, you removed my stat changes. Little inconvenient. Level up. Who's that? Celeste, level 36. Hey, I leveled up. Yeah, you did. Good stuff. Okay, what's over there? Something that we've missed multiple times. Ooh, a Weatherlock Orb. What can we swap that out for? Kind of full up on items. Yeah, as you can see, I came very prepared this time. Let's just use this apple then, I suppose. Underfoot. Eat. I think I over-indexed a little bit on apples this time. Energy Ball is really not worth using here. Are we out of Geopebbles? Okay, we got it eventually. I guess we'll just Cosmic Power, why not? No, we still have Geopebbles. Light Screen, huh. That's a little inconvenient. Most of our moves are special. Precious has Seed Bomb. Ashley has Low Kick and Peck, which, I mean, Peck would be alright against Ledian, but not amazing. Right then, 15th floor. I have a feeling this dungeon has something like 30 floors, so as I said, we're going to be here for a while. Light Screen again. And you've got Cosmic Power too. This is going to be difficult. I don't know if we do enough damage to deal with you. Cosmic Power boost. Seed Bomb should at least still do some decent damage, because it's not affected by Light Screen. Let's Dazzling Gleam both of you. Wow, that really wasn't a lot of damage. Shockwave is super effective. For what it's worth. Very minimal damage. I know I said this a lot in Colosseum. I like Ledian, I like its design, I like its concept, I just wish it was good. Because it really isn't. The new bug type they introduced in Sword and Shield, Orbeetle, is kind of like Ledian if it was good. But I'd still prefer Ledian's appearance. I just wish we could have a Ledian with the viability of Orbeetle. I need to be careful not to accidentally step on Wonder Tiles when I'm playing with Celeste, since that would reset her Cosmic Power, which is a little inconvenient. That is a Monster House. We are leaving. I'm going to hold on to the One-Shot Orb for as long as possible, and avoid Monster Houses for as long as possible, because I don't want to run into a Monster House on the final floor and not have a One-Shot Orb to deal with it. Oh, didn't really want to run into you, but let's Dazzling Gleam you. Should be able to take you out, yeah. So I think I would briefly mention, before getting distracted again, my experience with recruiting Pokemon in this game has been a little bit different compared to Explorers of Sky, because we kind of had a solid team going through Explorers of Sky. We picked up Francis and Ego, and then pretty much just used them for the whole game, whereas I've been going back and forth with different Pokemon this time around, which I've enjoyed. I'm kind of curious to see... Level up? Ashley, finally! You really are a slow grower. I'm really curious to see, as we get into the post-game, whether a solid team will develop, or whether we'll keep using lots and lots of different Pokemon. This game certainly allows you to do that, but I did kind of like having a solid team of 4 in Explorers of Sky. Kind of from a narrative perspective, it just felt pretty cool. We kind of went with the whole new recruits kind of deal. Oh, we're out of PP. Flare Blitz! Okay, that doesn't do too much damage because of Cosmic Power. Oh, that was... Sorry, Ashley, I really sold you out there, didn't I? Okay, let's keep you safe. There's a Ledian behind you. Yeah, let's heal you up. Let's be safe. I don't want to underestimate Ledian and have Ashley get knocked out by a Ledian. That would be embarrassing. Okay. Embargo. Cannot use, eat, or throw items. Its held item has no effect either. First time we've seen that, but there's a Wonder Tile right there that I think might get rid of that. I think we'll be alright. This game does a really good job of pacing the gameplay alongside the narrative. Okay, that doesn't get rid of Embargo. It's just stats, but it wore off anyway. We're fine. I really like how the game constantly introduces new mechanics as you're progressing through the narrative, as your characters are learning and growing. And again, that ties into the post-game, because by the end of the main story, you are... Ow. I love how Celeste doesn't take damage from that because of Magic Guard. That's fantastic. So yeah, when you get to the post-game, you and your partner as characters are developed. They've learned a lot, they've grown a lot. And so the real gameplay challenge tends to come in the post-game, because it doesn't need to introduce new things to you necessarily. It just gives you everything that you've learned already, all at once, and tells you to deal with it. And as a result, I think, as much as I loved the story of Explorers of Sky, I think from a gameplay perspective, I enjoyed the post-game more. Man, Celeste is super powerful, being immune to Dragon-type moves, Magic Guard as well. Though we don't have any Dazzling Gleam right now. Should probably restore that. Whoops, that's the wrong menu. That's the wrong button. That happens a lot. It's just the nature of playing a million different games on a million different consoles with a million different controllers. Slight exaggeration. Might as well max Elixir Celeste. There we go. See if we can find a Wonder Tile. Nullify Orb could be nice for getting rid of any detrimental abilities that may inhibit us. What's this? A Spin Trap. Nice, it didn't work. Hey, a Sizzle. That's cool, but we don't really have to deal with it. I was fortunate about that rain, otherwise it would have been taken out immediately by Flame Burst, probably. Let's buff up. Need to remember to do that. Energy Ball. Flame Burst. Honestly, the Efficient Bandana is really nice. I tended to, with held items in previous Mystery Dungeon games, just go with the ones that gave me the most damage. But there are so many different ways of getting damage output in this game in particular that I don't feel at a loss for not having a power band or a special band or something like that all the time. In fact, having the efficient bandanas saving me max ethers is really nice from a more strategic point of view. And I think in general, this game takes a bit more of a strategic approach because there just are so many strategy options. We're not going to do a lot of damage to you outside of Ashley's Flame Burst. but fortunately that was enough. Yeah, I mean, as we're coming up to the end of the game, I've been giving a lot of... Oh, I definitely didn't see that. I don't think we need it, though. We have sleep powder, it's fine. Yeah, and as we're getting to the end of the game, I'm sharing my opinions more and more and developing my opinions more and more on the game. And overall, I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this game again, and I know there's still lots and lots for us to do in the post-game. I'm looking forward to taking that on as well. And I'll mention it again, just in case anyone at Nintendo or Spike Chunsoft is watching this video. I'd be really interested in a remake of Explorers of Sky with these mechanics. Yes, please. Probably don't need to be using Dazzling Gleam in those situations, actually. That pressure meant that we lost 4 PP from it. Alright, it's Cosmic Power. Need to be careful of Scizor Steel-type moves, like Bullet Punch, maybe? I'm not sure if that attacks over distance. It's kind of like Quick Attack, so maybe it does. A Faux Hold Orb? Is there anything we can swap that out for that's actually viable? Probably don't need 2 Roll Call Orbs. We don't seem to get split up much. I've been sticking with Let's Go Together for the entire game so far, and it's been working out fine for us. In fact, it's even more beneficial for us because we have rare qualities when we have certain Pokemon with us that benefit us all being together. Not in this situation. In fact, it's kind of the opposite with Celeste's rare quality, but in general, I just feel like it's more valuable to group up in this game, more so than perhaps in previous Mystery Dungeon games. Sometimes I would split up and have one Pokemon go one way and one Pokemon go another, particularly towards the very end game, because I felt like my Pokemon were powerful enough to deal with situations on their own, but this dungeon has certainly shown that we're perhaps not strong enough to do something like that. If this is one big room, it might... And it's not a monster house, okay, good. Is that a Charizard? Or an Aerodactyl? Those little wings poking out the top there. I think it's an Aerodactyl. It is an Aerodactyl. Okay, we can Shockwave you. Agility. Fire Fang. That's not too bad. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but it's not enough to knock out Celeste, and we took you out. Good. It's raining. There's an orb over there. Might as well check it. Petrify Orb. Bye, Dusclops. Sky Tower, 25th floor. Hail again. Alright, let's put Ashley into position and... Whoa, Quiver Dance. That is scary. We don't have Flame Burst. Okay then. Precious, what are you doing over there? Let's max Ether Flame Burst. Oh good. Lucky miss on our part there. Celeste is already low on health. And Venomoth didn't take a lot of damage from anything because of Quiver Dance. Okay, we got rid of it. That's good. Yeah. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games and having stat-boosting Pokemon in final dungeons, name a more iconic duo. Tropius. Okay, I think we can deal with that. There's 2. That's okay. Flame Burst. Brawl Boost. 2 hits. Good stuff. Made it through that situation unscathed. 3 Pokemon in a row here. Celeste can deal with this, I think. Let's Cosmic Power up. Take these on, hopefully one at a time. Celeste is still kind of low on HP, though. I'm going to hope that Cosmic Power was enough here. Wow, that's so much damage. Flame Burst absolutely destroys Scizor. Of course, we're not regenerating health because it's a Hailstorm. That's why Celeste is still at half HP. Man, that is a surprisingly big change, because I don't believe it was a problem I don't believe that that was in the game previously. It's a lot more impactful than I thought it would be, actually. Let's eat an apple. I really take that automatic regen for granted until I don't have it. Right. Looks like we kind of got a 50-50 guess of where the stairs are going to be. Stored power. Pretty good. 2 in a row is nice. Cool. Still haven't been able to check whether it does increase with each stat boost. I don't think it does, just by the way it was phrased in the description of the move. I'm sure we'll get a chance to check at some point. Well, we made it through to the halfway point, to the checkpoint in Sky Tower. I'm really looking forward to moving on and hopefully wrapping up the story in the next part. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.